Think you know HTML? I bet you've never used these 10 tags before. Today I'll show you 10 hidden HTML tags that makes your pages smarter, more semantic, and easier to code. Let's dive in. Template tag. When you first define a template, nothing shows on the page. That's because the browser treats it like a hidden blueprint. The magic happens with JavaScript. You grab the template, clone its content, then add the text or data you want. Finally, you append it to the document, and it appears on the page. The best part is, you can reuse the same template over and over again, whether it's for cards, modals, or list items. So remember, template keeps your code clean, reusable, and hidden until you actually need it. Let's talk about another hidden HTML tag, details. This tag lets you create collapsible sections without using JavaScript. You wrap your extra content inside details and add a summary tag as the title. When the page loads, only the summary is visible. When the user clicks it, the hidden content expands. For example, here we have a summary saying, "Show more." Clicking it reveals a paragraph with extra information. This is a clean, semantic way to hide and show content. Check out the meter tag, a simple way to show values. This tag lets you display a measurement or gauge inside your web page. It works with numerical values inside a defined range. For example, here's a disk usage meter. We set the value to 0.6, min to 0, and max to 1. The browser then shows a progress bar representing 60%. You can use meter for scores, capacities, or any data that fits a range. It's semantic, accessible, and requires no extra JavaScript. Here's a useful HTML tag, output. It displays results from user input or calculations. It's often used inside forms to show dynamic data without extra JavaScript. For example, here we have two number inputs. When the user changes them, the output updates automatically with the sum. It's a clean, semantic way to show results and makes forms more interactive. Most developers use the image tag for images. But here's something better. Picture with source. Unlike image, this method lets the browser choose the best image for the device. In our example, wide screens load a large image, while smaller devices load a lighter version. If nothing matches, it falls back to the default image. This means faster loading on mobile, sharper images on desktop, and overall better performance. So Picture isn't just responsive, it's smarter than a simple image tag. Here's a handy HTML tag, data list. It lets you add suggestions to an input field without writing any JavaScript. In this example, we have an input for choosing a browser. The data list provides options like Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge, and Opera. When the user starts typing, a drop-down shows these suggestions automatically. It's lightweight, semantic, and much simpler than building your own autocomplete. Let's look at the ABBR tag. It is designed for abbreviations or acronyms. When you use it, you also add a title attribute that contains the full meaning. Here is an example. We wrote HTML inside the ABBR tag, and the title is Hypertext Markup Language. Now, when the user hovers over the word, a tooltip appears showing the complete definition. This small detail improves accessibility because screen readers can announce the full term, and it also makes your content clearer for people who may not know what the abbreviation stands for. So ABBR is a simple but powerful tag that adds more context and professionalism to your page. Here's another handy HTML tag, progress. It's used to display the completion level of a task, like downloading a file or tracking a process. In this example, the value is set to 30 and the maximum is 100. So the browser shows a progress bar that's 30% filled. What's great is that this works natively in HTML without writing any CSS or JavaScript. You can still style it if you want, but by default, progress gives you a simple and accessible way to show task completion. Here's a practical HTML tag combination, field set and legend. They are used to group related form elements together, making your forms more organized and easier to read. The field set tag wraps the group of inputs, and the legend tag gives the group a title. In this example, we have a field set for personal information with a legend saying personal information. Inside, we have inputs for name and email. This structure improves accessibility and form usability because users in assistive technologies can clearly understand the form structure. So field set and legend are small but powerful tags for creating professional and well-organized forms. This is our last hidden tag, dialog. It's a powerful but less used HTML tag that allows you to create pop-up dialog boxes directly in HTML without relying heavily on JavaScript or external libraries. In this example, we have a dialog box with some text and a close button. We also have a separate button that opens the dialog. When the user clicks the open button, Show Modal is called, displaying the dialog as a modal pop-up. Clicking close hides it again. Dialog is a simple semantic way to add interactive pop-ups to your web page. And that's it, the final hidden HTML tag in our list. And that's it, the coolest hidden HTML tags you didn't know about. If you learned something new today, smash that like button, subscribe for more tips, and drop a comment telling us your favorite tag. Keep coding and have fun building awesome websites. See you in the next video.